Is ICF accreditation worth the money? We know that coaching isn't a protected word. Anybody can call themselves a coach. So why pay for accreditation? Why pay for an accredited course? Surely we can just go out there and start coaching. Of course you can. And many people say, well, you just need your life experience. And I'm thinking, but that's not coaching. Because coaching isn't about me telling you about everything that's happened in my life or what I've learned. It's about you. So ICF accreditation does a few things. First of all, it allows you to understand the guardrails with which you can operate in ethically, professionally. So what that means is you will start to understand, where are the boundaries? How can I ensure that I'm not doing psychological harm to my clients? How can I ensure that I'm operating in a way that serves them? And I know it sounds really straightforward, but things like having contracts and insurance, things like ensuring that when things maybe don't work out, how do I go for help? How do I work with people through those difficulties? How do I refer people? So first of all, it's about that ethical grounding, that professionalism. And for me, it's always about doing as little harm as possible. We want to avoid harm. So how do we act as a professional coach? It's about having those competencies, those markers in place, and recognizing why. These things they're not just plucked from the air. They're there to establish great relationships. They're there so we understand our role as a coach and our clients understand their role. They're there so we can really think about, how are we supporting clients to really transform personally and professionally. And so for me, it's about, yes, going through the training. In order to be accredited by the ICF, you have to have done at least 60 hours of training. So this isn't a weekend course. This is over time. So usually that's at least 3 to 6 months. So during that training, as long as it's been good quality training, hopefully you've had a chance to practice, get feedback, understand how you can improve. And actually, you will have had mentoring at least 10 hours to look at you as a coach, to help you to recognize these coaching standards and see your strengths and areas to develop. And these coaching standards and coaching competencies, they aren't telling you exactly what to do. They're looking at you as a coach and thinking about, what are the skills that you need to demonstrate to serve your clients? And there are some of them that you might be great at. But equally, it's about making sure that you have got that grounding so that you can have those professional conversations. So it's about your listening and your presence and how you support clients to get awareness. It's about contracting and trust and safety and actually supporting clients to grow. So when you've done that training and had that mentoring, you have the confidence that actually you are delivering to a good standard. Alongside that, your coaching will be assessed at that standard. So you know that you are operating as a coach. And I think that's really important. It's important for you, but it's also important for your clients to know that what they're buying is coaching. It's not misplaced advice. It's not mentoring. It is coaching. And then you equally need to have 100 hours of practice to be accredited. Why is that important? Because we know that learning comes from training and application and support and mentorship, but it also comes from doing. And we know that when you've got 100 coaching hours, as long as you have had supervision and you've reflected and you've developed, that you are going to be a better coach than when you've had 5 or when you just start. So actually training, mentoring and experience, and then the ICF exam that makes sure that you understand the code of ethics, that you understand the competencies and how to apply them, means that when you've got that accreditation, you have the confidence to say, I know that I can coach to a good standard. I know that I can uphold these particular competencies and standards. And that gives you credibility. It gives you confidence. So yes, you don't have to be ICF accredited, especially if you're working with individuals. Anyone can do it. But ethically, professionally, I wonder why you wouldn't be. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes money, but it also shows your clients that you're serious about yourself and your development and about them. So if you're not doing it, ask yourself why. And if you invest in this process, the time, the money, the energy, the resource, you will be a better coach and you will be able to deliver better outcomes for your clients. So you'll get that ROI over time.